Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sek, and together, let's have a snack. All right, so today I'm going to be giving Takis another chance. I feel like so many people love them that there has to be something that I am missing. So I'm going to be trying the Takis Nitro. Also has an extreme temperature gauge right there. Didn't really get the extreme last time with the blue Takis, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm also going to be trying these Lizu Planet Gummies. Oops. But the Lizu Planet Gummies, they do look very fun. And I think, what do we got here? Maybe a Jupiter, an Earth, Mars. But yeah, they look super cute and fun, so why not? I'm also going to be trying this, it's called Pot Shot Lunar Lime. It says twist, release, and blast off. What are we selling here? Infused beverages or something else for a little sec after hours? What is that, like sec in the dark? You know, you remember those commercials in the, gosh, I remember they were in the early 90s, but they always had that, that sort of vibe. Call now and we'll talk to you about mortgage rates. The type of gravel you want to put in your backyard. Why, yes, honey, I would like to know exactly what kind of lumber that is. Ooh, that last one works as a pun as well. But anyway, so we're going to be giving this a shot. But this looks like a really cool package. I actually kind of got excited and I ripped off the top, and then I remembered that I wanted to actually review this and show this. So I haven't looked inside, but I did tear it open like the barbarian that I am. But yeah, this is a really cool package. It's really super cute looking. So let's give it a shot. I didn't chill it. I don't understand how people can be so fancy that they think, that they think ahead. Oh, look at this. This is really cool. This is so neat. I'm disturbed that it says 9 servings though, and there is a 10 mark, but the liquid doesn't go up that high, but that's okay. High bioavailability with rapid onset vessel infusion technology. That's a really fast way of just saying it's gonna f you up pretty quick. This is the coolest tincture, I guess we could say, drink that I have ever seen. It turned colors. It turned colors. Oh, maybe that's how they get it up to 10, you know, the volume starts rising. Okay, twist, release, blast off. Maybe I was supposed to do it all really fast. What is this penis looking thing? Oh. Do I just literally, right? Because it's fizzy, right? You do the whole thing, right? Ooh, go green. Ooh, go green. Still a Packers fan. We're not talking about last season or the last couple, but still a Packers fan. Oh my God. Oh. But that is, I don't even want to put it away. I'm just, that's so adorable. That really is. That's, you know, like I've always said, packaging is fun. All right, I'm going to open my Dr. Shasta because that was disgusting. Oof. And by the way, I don't want any of you making any judgments about Dr. Shasta here, okay? You know what? Dr. Shasta, he's still a real doctor. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't go to like an Ivy League, you know, like some other types of colas did. But, you know, he went, he still has a degree, you know, he still gets the job done for you. During the economic downturn of 2008, who was there for you? You know who was there for me? Dr. Shasta. Yeah, at half price too. Same service, well, almost the same service, you know, almost the same experience, but half price. When I was a kid, standing outside of Costco up in the Pacific Northwest, and there were two vending machines, and there was the, you know, name brand Ivy League, good school colas, and then there was Dr. Shasta. And this is in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Those name brand sodas, 50 cents for a 12-ounce can. You know it was half off? Dr. Shasta. During COVID, when everybody was losing their jobs and you never knew if you were going to have one or if your unemployment was going to come through or even if you'd have another job. You know who was there for me during that time at a discounted price that I could get behind? Dr. Shasta. So I got a lot of love for Dr. Shasta and his whole extended rad team. What would it be called? And his ragamuffin family following behind him everywhere. But you know what? They're good folk. They're good, blue-collar, honest, hard-working folk. The backbone of America. It is American, right? It is. Is this made in American soda? You know? They're not trying to be somebody they're not. They're not putting on fancy clothes and making you pay for their beautiful, illustrious ad campaigns. No, they pass that savings on to you. So you know what? I will always support Dr. Shasta. Enough about generic soda. Let's get on to the real fun. I don't know. What you didn't see is in between me filming that Blue Heat Takis and buying these Nitro Takis is I did try two other Taki flavors. And I think it was like Extreme Nacho, which didn't say spicy at all. But I love Extreme Nacho. I mean, I love Nacho, and I would love Extreme, so Extreme Nacho, it makes sense to me. And then I also tried, I think it was like a chili lime or chili limon. And they're both just tasted extremely burnt and like not very flavorful. And I double checked, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not sick, so... These don't smell exciting, I'll be honest, but they look like cinnamon sticks. They look like angry cinnamon sticks. And who wouldn't want to eat that, you know? All right, let's give it a shot. I guess the nitro is habanero and lime flavored. And they're okay. They're okay. They don't really do anything for me. I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little disappointed. I feel some heat at the back of the tongue, but I don't know. If we're gonna have the temperature gauge and it's gonna have fire shooting all the way up to extreme, I feel like there should be this shooting up for extreme. Don't you? Like, I mean, really, not just like, oh, it's extreme. No, extreme! Like, you know, I want fireworks and flames shooting out of dragons. I don't know. They're okay. Not really impressed. Moving right along. Let's try my Planet gummies. These just look so cute and fun. I mean, they really do. If you think I'm not going to eat those, you are dead wrong about what kind of girl I am. I am absolutely going to eat those. Oh, and they're in a container anyway. It's okay. We get 4 of them. So we have 2 on the desk. and 2 from the floor, which are wrapped. Now, geologically and astrologically, astronomically, cosmology, relating to space, I don't think that these are necessarily anatomically correct, but they are fun. So let's see here. I want to eat the thing that I think maybe sort of looks a little like Jupiter. Let's give this one a shot. It's, again, how are, oh. If they are all the same color as I am going to be massively disappointed in my snack evaluations today, because this is boring. In China, if you made this and it's boring, I'm going to be very disappointed. Chubby bunny. You could play chubby bunny with these. It tastes kind of like fizzy cola. That's kind of a fun callback to my pilot episode, my episode 0. A little sour. That's kind of fun. Yeah, made in China. Okay. What do you think, guys? Do you think this is going to be just pure bright white inside? So what do you think, guys? Do you think this one's going to be pure white inside? Let's... Hey kids, you know what would make a really fun gummy? If we basically scooped out somebody's eyeball. How fun. No, it's okay, Frank. Just, shove it into some colored plastic and then put them in a bag and they'll never know the difference. Oh, excellent, Frank. You have the most amazing ideas. Laughs and money. It does. It is like marshmallows flavored with cola. There's a really interesting, disappointing overall experience happening here. But you know who hasn't let me down or disappointed me yet? I mean, am I just expecting too much? Are my standards that high? Disappointing, just disappointing. Takis, do better. Cheap China candy, you know your role. It's supposed to be bright and colorful and intense flavors. But you know what we're gonna try? We're gonna try Velo Emoji Jelly Pop. And it is made in China and it is bright and colorful. And why don't we try this? Look at this. That's adorable. That is so cute. Little pineapple dude. And let's try this. I gotta have something fun and cute and good. Like I'll eat a couple more of these, but mainly because my Depression era grandparents helped raise me and I don't like to waste stuff. Oh, it just... Oh, okay, so. Now I'm really disappointed. That wasn't very sweet. That was jelly. It was colorful, but there was like no sweetness. If it's supposed to be artificially flavored, shouldn't this have like a ton of sugar? One piece, 8 grams of carbs of sugar. Oh, well, that's why, it's not very sugary. Okay, but you know what? I must try, I have to try at least 2, right? My grandfather, who I loved so much, he helped raise me. And he had type 2 diabetes. And so he watched his sugar and everything. And he had this really boring, tasteless, like blackberry jam that was sugar free. And this tastes worse than that did. Yeah, that's and it's in a whole bigger mess going on over here. So let's just, who doesn't love a tasteless, boring snack that squirts all over the place and doesn't even taste good? Who wouldn't enjoy this in their lives? And just come say hello. Just come say hello to everybody, okay? I thought it would be fun to end the episode by talking about some of my favorite Pacific Northwest slang. Pacific Northwest is near and dear to my heart. I've spent a majority of my life living there. And it tends to get left out of the whole accents and just general dialects and vernaculars of American English in particular. And no, we definitely have a whole culture there. We definitely have an accent. We sort of sound like the Midwest, but we tend to be more liberal and a little less into the hunting. Obviously that changes when you go a little more into like the Inland Empire area. So yeah, let's pull up and see what the internet has to tell us. Okay. The coast. It's true. We do not say we're going to the beach or we're going to the shore. You go to the coast, okay? Hey, or we're going to the coast this weekend. Oh, which coast? You going to Oregon coast or Washington coast? Oh, we're going to the Oregon coast, seaside, That's what we want to do, okay? That's what we want to say. You say the coast. It's not the beach. It is not the shore. The ocean is an acceptable fallback, though, however. Oh, this one's one of my favorites. The mountain's out. Mountain's out. Or the mountain is out. And what we're referring to is we're saying it is such a beautiful and sunny, clear day that you can see Mount Rainier perfectly. So that's what it means. Literally, the mountain is out. It's visible. It's a nice, beautiful day. That is specifically, I think, a Washington term as opposed to just a Pacific Northwest term. Oh, okay. Sunbreak. So a sunbreak is when it's been, there's cloud, overcast, it might be raining. And there's just some little bits of rays of sun that just shoot out through that blanket of clouds in little spots. And you can just see all those areas where the clouds break and the sun comes through. It's a sunbreak. It makes perfect sense to me, but apparently people do not seem to understand what that is. Well, you see here, when you live in Washington or Oregon and, it's always cloudy and rainy and there's not much sun, it's an almost angelic experience when you see those rays of sunshine peeking through that blanket of clouds. Okay, what else we got? Pre-funk. This literally means pre-function, and it's kind of the same thing as saying a pre-game. Basically, you're drinking before you go out for a night of drinking, or any kind of little smaller get-together before you do the actual big get-together. You can use pre-game and pre-funk interchangeably, but I would say you definitely sound like a Washingtonian or a Pacific Northwesterner if you say pre-funk. So if you want to fit in, I would do that. Spendy. This is one of my favorite terms. I had no idea that it was pretty indigenous, I guess, to the Washington and Pacific Northwest area. But it just means it's expensive. That's all. It's just a little expensive. Um, you know, I don't know. It's cute. I like it. You know, I don't know. I would say those Planet gummies weren't spendy, but they certainly were not tasty. All right, JoJo's. This is kind of our way of saying potato wedges, but they are a little bit different. There's typically tends to be a breading on JoJo's, and they are typically fried in chicken fat, I believe. They are incredible. I didn't even know what a potato wedge was. I just knew JoJo's. That's what we called it, JoJo's. Even our KFC in our little small town that I grew up in, they didn't even say potato wedges on the menu. Like I found out it said everywhere else around KFC. They literally said JoJo's. KFC knew what was up. They knew how to talk to us Washingtonians. Oh, Tolo. This is a Sadie Hawkins dance where the girls ask the guys instead of, the traditional gender roles of the man asking the woman. But yeah, and it's a Chinook jargon term that means to win or succeed. So yeah, you would have the annual spring Tolo at your school. Muckamucks or muckety mucks. This is a Chinook word that means a very important person or a very important group of people. But it's not really a compliment. It's kind of a nuanced word. You're saying it like, yeah, they're important, but they're kind of just about as useless as a bag of dicks too, it's not a nice word. Like, it's okay. I'm pretty sure anybody would agree with me that's watching this that is from the area. Okay, here's one that I haven't thought about since I was a kid. This is a pop. It's not a soda, and it's not really a soda pop. It's just a pop. You want to get a pop? Yeah, I want to get a pop. What kind of pop you want? A Dr. Shasta pop. Oh, okay, this is funny. This is funny considering the insult that I just used. A bag of dicks. Now, the way that I was using it earlier was not the way that it's being used right now in the slang term. And that is a bag of dicks, and that is a possessive dicks, not a plural dicks. And it basically means that you just stopped at the drive-thru at Dick's Hamburgers, probably in Seattle, although there is a Dick's Hamburgers in Spokane. But yeah, that's what it means, eating a bag of dicks, Okay, this is funny. This is pretty funny. This is more of an accent term than it is actual slang, but Pello, Pellow, and milk, MELK. What we are trying to say as Northwesterners is pillow and milk. But yeah, it's more of a thing that that's not a vowel sound that we are obviously comfortable making. So this one here says score, as in great, awesome, or fantastic, but in a Northwest kind of way. Like I mean, yeah, did you get those tickets? I did. Score. Like, is that a Pacific Northwest thing? I thought that everybody said score when something was awesome and cool. Okay, this is an old slang term, Tacoma aroma. That, I believe, is when wasn't it the paper mill used to be in operation? And the sulfur, it would be this distinct, kind of nasty, all permeating forever there. Yeah, horrible smell. But it got better. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was associated with the paper mill, and they ended up shutting that down. But I distinctly remember that smell in the early 90s. Oof, oof. PNW, the PNW, hell yeah, the Pacific Northwest, y'all. Janky, used to describe something low quality or sketchy. Again, is that only something that we say up there? Janky? I thought lots of people said janky. Yeah. Yeah, like those little Planet gummies, they were janky, okay? They were janky. Mm-hmm. And the last one that I want to say is, we don't call it the Puget Sound. We call it the Sound. As in, on my 21st birthday, I was on the docks off Ruston Way, and I became so incredibly intoxicated that I had my head in between the rails of the deck, and I was violently vomiting into the Sound. Now, you would think I was just throwing up into the air, and no, I was throwing up into the Puget Sound, the big body of water. I was massively, massively gone. And I don't remember this, but apparently I was, what would we call it? I was escorted out very kindly. I was actually carried out. And the DJ played Tool's Sober in honor of that. I think I was always way too embarrassed to go back to that particular bar. No, wait, I did go back to that particular bar 2 years later and also became violently intoxicated. And now I've moved on to other fun beverages. But you know what I haven't moved on from? Dr. Shasta. That is going to be a lifelong thing. As long as Dr. Shasta is practicing, Patient Sec will be there. All right, guys, I think that's probably enough for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciated having you. Please remember to be kind to one another. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. And by the way, I know what you guys are thinking, and I almost didn't address it. How can this girl say she is from the Pacific Northwest and be wearing this? It's gonna have to be one of those mysteries for you guys. But my dad is a huge, huge Packers fan, like massive. And I am his daughter. And I am a proud Packers fan. And no matter what happens, Sec is going to be there for the Packers. Let's go for the next season, all right? I know it's going to be a fantastic one for us. That drink, I think it finally hit me. It took a bit, but I'm feeling pretty I think my day's shot. I think this is my day now. Oh. So Pot Shot, yeah, you get like, I don't know, 4 Palomas and a small side of KFC gravy. I don't know what that means, but good job. That's good product. Good value. You know who also has a good value? Dr. Shasta.